Storytime with Tanta is back with another Jan Brett book. Another beautiful book. Its name is Cozy. The title of the book is Cozy. It's the name of the Musk Ox. I have a hard time saying that. Musk Ox. So I've got it out there. So he lives in Alaska. They live up in Alaska. And Jan Brett actually went to Alaska to draw these musk ox. She went to a musk ox farm. So look at that. And look at the back. I have to show you the back. There's the musk ox family. Look at that. Isn't that like up in Alaska with the snow and the tundra? All right. And the northern lights. Oh, look at even the inside of the book. That's, I guess, what the lichen look like that grow in the tundra. Isn't that pretty? Such a pretty book. I love her drawings. All right. Yep. Cozy by Jan Brett. She does all the drawings too. So it's illustrated and written by Jan Brett. And this is one of her new books, or newer books. And I couldn't wait to get it because it's like the book I read last time, The Mitten. Okay. Storms rolled over the tundra when Cozy the musk ox was separated from his herd. He was used to being with his family. His mother and father had named him Cozy because of his silky coat was so soft and thick. Cozy braced himself against the wind with his thick coat warmed him like a blanket. And in the winter, I would imagine up in the cold of the tundra in Alaska, you would need a very warm coat on. If you went up to Alaska, you would need a warm coat. And Cozy is a very warm coat. And if you see O-X, ox, O-X, sometimes when I put O and X's on my messages, it means hugs and kisses. But this is ox, ox. Here we go. And there's some little animals in that picture. I wonder what that's going to be. All right. In a tussock, the mother lemming's pups were squeaking loudly. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. She used a triple carry to tunnel them toward a new spot where she saw a towering mountain of fur. In no time, the lemming family settled next to Cozy's left hoof. Shh, she whispered. Quiet voices, and that musk ox will never notice us. So, here you have look at the storm and the cold, and there are the lemmings, little tiny lemmings, and they come all the way over, and they found a warm place near the musk ox, and like this. What's the picture? What's the next picture going to give us? What animal is that? Snowshoe Hare, feeling chilly, had the same idea. Master Musk Ox, he said politely, may I wait out the storm under the protection of your very thick coat? Cozy was happy for the company and well aware that the lemming family had snuck in and said, welcome, Snowshoe Hare, but mind those lemmings, quiet voices and gentle thumping only. That's the rule. Do you have rules when you go to school that you can do things? There's a picture. And there's Cozy. And can you see the lemmings right there? And who's talking to the musk ox? It's the Snowshoe Hare. Oh, and look at that. Who's coming next? Who's coming next? Snow swirled and suddenly all grew white. Was it a clump of snow that had hit Cozy in the forehead? No, it was feathers. When Cozy opened his eyes, he saw he was looking at big yellow eyes. Oh my goodness, what happened? Look at that. Who flew into Cozy? Can you see that? There it is. Ooh, and there's somebody else coming. But there's an owl. What's the owl going to say? What's the owl going to say? The eyes belonged to a snowy owl who had a request. Oh, magnificent Umimak, would you be so kind as to give me shelter? The wind has tumbled me terribly. Cozy knew that snow owls and lemmings and snowshoe hares were not fast friends with each other, but he agreed with some conditions. House rules are quiet voices, gentle thumping, and claws to yourself. So there it is. And Umimak is probably an Alaskan name for the musk ox. He's talking there. And what's coming next? What's coming next? Arctic's fox was turning blue. Oh, yep. Her bushy hair wasn't warm enough, and every time she wrapped it around herself, the wind unwrapped it. I think Cozy would make a good windbreak. She sidled up to him. Do you mind, Mr. Musk Ox, if I unfreeze my nose in your thick fluff? Cozy was happy to welcome a new guest, but eyeing her sharp canines are teeth, for the harmony of all, quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, and no biting. No biting. And there is the fox, the Arctic fox, and this neck wants to come and stay with a nice warm, with Cozy. And look, here comes another animal. Here comes another animal. As the winter went by, the storms grew worse. The wind blew and blew, and a low, lumpy shape appeared, swaying and shuffling with its coat covered with ice balls. Shaggy beast, it growled. I fell into an ice fall. I fell into the ice. Oh, and I am chilled to the bone. Can you help me? Cozy was happy to invite the Wolverine in, but he added to the house rules. Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, no pouncing. And look, there, do you see those beautiful lights? Those are called northern lights. When you're way up north, there are these beautiful lights that form in the sky. And there's the Wolverine. Oh, and look, can you see all the animals that are still inside his coat? They didn't go home. They stayed there because it's nice and warm and cozy, right? And who's coming next? What's coming next? We'll see. Cozy's new friends cleaned their coats, preened their feathers, napped, and were glad for their comfy shelter. But then above the wind, the animals heard, yip, yip, yip. Oh, what's coming? What's coming? See, they're all happy together. They're all living together under the warm area of, they're being friends with each other. And they're they're staying warm, away from the winter wind. And then, what's this? A team of huskies, always on the lookout for a good a team of huskies, always on the lookout for a good thing, barreled into Cozy's big bulk, flinging creatures in all directions. Their musker, a sea otter, looked on in dismay. So they bumped in there, and all the animals came tumbling out. And there's the sea otter, and they bumped in there. Oh my goodness. And all the animals flew out. Hi, the lead dog grinned. House rule, chorused the jostled lemmings. Snowshoe hare, snowy owl, Arctic fox, and wolverine. Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, no pouncing, and be mindful of others. Cozy, wary of the lead dog, who looked a lot like a wolf, shook and shook his horns to make sure that the huskies understood. He shook his horns. Okay, there are all the animals telling the rules. As time went by, the wind calmed down a little and the Arctic sun climbed higher in the sky. The animals felt more at home every day, but Cozy had spring fever. I want to find my family. How can I move about with all these visitors underfoot? So he wanted to go find his family, but look at the snow is melting. He says, I've got spring fever, but look, he's got all these animals with him. How can he go hunt for his family? All right, the snow is melting. It's springtime in Alaska. The house rules were stretched every day. When a nibble, a bite, when a hoot, quiet or loud, there was bumping, making faces. Nobody was saying, I'm sorry. So, yep. They're all crowded in. And look at what's happening. The snow is melting. Do you see any wind, any cold? The sun is coming out. It's springtime. One sunny day, the lemmings were playing climb the ladder on a great chunk of Cozy's coat came off, and then another hank came off with the snowy owl's talons. Snowy remembered that this from last year. Shedding meant it was finally spring in Alaska. Hank by hank, all of Cozy's warm silk winter coat drifted down the slope. So here we have, they're pieces of his fur. He doesn't need it anymore because it's springtime and he'd be too hot with all that wool. Look at all the animals. Even look like the rabbit has some of the fur. The otter has some of the fur. The wolverine. They all, look at it. Everybody's got some of Cozy's fur. Cozy's lodgers started heading to their spring homes. Cozy hadn't felt so free and breezy since he was a calf. He jumped and he gambled. And then in the middle of a gleeful leap, he saw his herd. Okay, so off the animals go to their spring homes. And now Cozy can jump for joy. And look what he found. He ran to join his mother and father, his sister and his brother. "Where were you? We were worried," said his sister Fluffy. "We missed you," said his brother Snuggly. "I made some new friends," Cozy told them, "but it was nice to get back to Musk Ox ways." There we go. Mama and Papa, Musk Ox, and brother and sister. He's back with his family. They formed a circle, babies in the middle, but Cozy felt curiously alone. Then the breeze carried a squeaky, growly, and whistling voices. "See you next year, Cozy. Meet you when the snow flies, Cozy." The snowshoe hare thumped, and they all called, "We can't wait to get cozy with Cozy." And there's the end of the story. The family's there, but all the animals are saying goodbye and see you next winter. And I'm going to say goodbye, and I love you. Until next time.